Hey everybody, welcome back to Wolfie's Funhouse. Today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new Star Wars box set from the Retro Collection. This is based on the original trilogy. But first, before we take a look at this, I have a bone to pick with some YouTubers out there that have already reviewed this box set. And my gripe is that everyone is ignoring Walrus Man. And I don't know why. They say because he already existed in the vintage line, so they feel he's not important enough to show. Well, I say bantha poodoo to that, and I'm going to show him off because I feel that Walrus Man deserves some respect and some attention. And he is the only alien in this box set. This box is comprised of 5 human characters and 1 alien. And Walrus Man is the only alien. And I say that alien lives matter. Okay? Alien lives matter. Don't shove Walrus Man off to the side just because he's an alien. He matters too, just as much as the other 5 characters in this box set. And if you don't like that, if you don't agree with it, well then you can just go jump in the Sarlacc pit and experience a new definition of pain and suffering as you are slowly digested over 1,000 years. So, with that out of the way, let's take a look at this box set. We'll take a look at the packaging first, and then we'll start off with Walrus Man, whether you all like it or not. Because I like Walrus Man. He's an alien, and he's cool. So let's get started. So, here we have the front of the box. It's a really beautiful box. It's got the Kenner logo. We got all 6 characters lined up there. And it shows the packaging right there, and a little fan. And then this is probably the part that people like the most. The stills from the movie showing each of the characters. And Dr. Evazan's actually on here twice, I think, because I think that Dr. Evazan is right back here behind Walrus Man. So that's pretty cool. He got on the box twice. How about that? Alright. And then we have the side of the box. And the bottom of the box with a bunch of legal junk. And the other side of the box. And then the back of the box, it looks exactly like the front of the box, except this little junk down here. Alright. So, with that out of the way, let's open this up and get our figures out. So here's our figures inside. And I said I'm going to start with the Walrus Man. And that's exactly what we're going to do. So we will set the box up here. And here is Walrus Man. And Walrus Man looks pretty cool. And they kept his name as Walrus Man, like the original toy was from back in the 70s. The original figures were released in 1978 or 79. And the back of this card is boring, just like all the other Retro Collection releases. I don't understand why the back of the card has to be so boring. Why can't they put a picture from the movie up in here? That would be really cool. Or put pictures of all the figures in this area. That'd be cool too, but I don't know, I guess that's too much to ask for modern Hasbro. Oh well. There's Walrus Man. Now, first off, before we open Walrus Man up, I want to do comparison of Walrus Man's original card. Now, I actually have a proof card, which is a card before the action figure is placed onto it. And this is a reproduction proof card of the original Walrus Man. So, for comparison, now I don't know how well the quality on this one compares to a real Walrus Man action figure. But you can kind of see the similarities and differences in the packaging here. The colors are definitely different. Overall, it's pretty cool. Now, this is the best part of the vintage figures because they showed you all the characters that you could buy. So as a kid growing up, you would get really excited and you tell your parents, "Hey, I need Greedo, Mommy. Daddy, I need Hammerhead. I need Snaggletooth. I've already got Walrus Man. I need these other ones." Or you'd be wanting a carrying case or something like that, you know. So, I don't know why Hasbro doesn't do this stuff these days, but they don't. Wish they did. So, and this has all the copyright information on it and everything. But it's pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. A lot better than this garbage here. This is garbage. This is cool. This is awesome. So here's the card without the figure on it. Now I do have a book that shows the original Walrus Man action figure. We'll take a look at this right now. So there you can see Walrus Man on his original card. And there's the back of the card. And I just noticed that on my proof card, the General Mills logo is in a different spot. And actually all these items down here are in a different location. So they're still there, but they're in a different location. And in fact, the characters are also arranged differently. And this card says collect all 21 Star Wars action figures. And the card shown in the book says collect all 20. So, and here it shows the Walrus Man figure itself with his gun in his hand. So that's pretty neat. So, let's get Walrus Man out of his package. Actually, before we do that, I want to see. These stickers are supposed to come off super easy, so let us see if we can take the sticker off easily. I don't know if we can or not. Doesn't really bother me too much, but I know there's a lot of people that collect these figures that have a huge problem with this sticker for whatever reason. They think it's stupid or whatever. I don't know. I don't worry about it myself because a lot of the vintage figures had stickers on the packaging. Oh yeah. Alright, so there we go. There is Walrus Man with his sticker removed. And didn't leave any marks. So here we can compare to the proof card. So it's pretty cool. Overall, I really like it. And we'll just slap this retro sticker back on for now. We can take it off again if we want to. Or we can just leave it on. Anyway, there's that. And so, oh, and as usual, they got that stupid piece of paper down there. I wish Hasbro would get rid of that stupid piece of paper. Because it's the same junk, same garbage that's printed back here. I don't know why we need it. It's stupid. It's been on there for several years now, for the past 5 years, I think. Well, this thing's really stuck to the package. I might have to get a knife. Okay, we're back with a knife. And I did just notice something, that once you peel the retro sticker off, it doesn't want to stay stuck to the card. It will curl back up. So, oh well. Anyway, we'll get our knife and get this figure opened up. Because I want to see the actual figure. Alright, so there's our card. Just set that back there. And let's take a look at the figure inside. There he is in his plastic coffin. And we'll shoot him out. There we go. Alright, there's that. So here is our Walrus Man. And I gotta say, I'm really happy. I never had this figure as a kid. The figures I had were based on Return of the Jedi, mostly. I was too young for the other movies, so I didn't get those toys. And unfortunately, you know, being a young pup, I was raised in a single parent den because one day some poachers went and killed my mom. So Dad had to raise me in the den by himself. But that's the way it goes. He's got his nice little alien feet. See, people don't have feet like this. These are alien feet. Looks like he's wearing some gloves. Huh. Never noticed that before. Maybe those are his hands. I don't know. They look like gloves to me. Anyway, I like the bright orange. I like the blue. Pretty basic. It's cool having him. Got a good face. Yeah. Comes with a standard Imperial issue blaster, which can fit in his right hand. And he holds it pretty well. So there we go. Whoops, it just fell out. Let me try it again off camera here. Try to get this blaster in his hand. There we go. Alright, so there he is holding his blaster. I think he looks pretty cool. Again, I'm happy to have him. We'll try to compare him to, like I said, I don't have an original, but what I do have is this book, and we can try to use this book to compare this figure to the original. And yeah, I think they did a pretty good job replicating him. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased. Pleased as punch. Alright, so there's Walrus Man. Okay. And now we can take a look at some of the other characters in the box. And we will continue with none other than his friend, Dr. Evazan. So this is Dr. Evazan right here. And I really like the picture they selected. It's really good and clear. And they gave him a nice background like Walrus Man has. And we'll just get rid of this sticker. Alright, so yeah, he's just got a basic generic painted background like Walrus Man, but yeah, it sort of looks like a family photo. It really does. Looks like a family photo. I like that. Alright, so here's the figure in the package. Looks pretty cool. He has a gray blaster and a black blaster. He has two blasters. It's pretty cool. And he's got that stupid piece of paper. Same old boring back, just like the other ones. So let's get him open. We can stand him up beside his friend Walrus Man before Obi-Wan comes by, and boy, that really came off nice and clean. I like that. Came off pretty good. Alright. Let's put that back there. And we'll get Dr. Evazan out of his tray. Get his weapons out. And get that out. Alright, so here is Dr. Evazan. He's got a pretty rough looking face there. He must have had a major accident in his youth to look so bad. But his head turns left and right. Arms go up and down. And this is the first time this figure has ever been made in the vintage style. Here's the back. He's got a little pouch back here on his belt. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty neat little figure. I like it. Alright. And there's one blaster in his hand. Yep. And let's see if we can get the other one in his hand. Yep. There we go. Now he's armed to the teeth. ready to fight off bad guys or good guys. Probably good guys. Alright, we'll stand him up right next to his friend there. Walrus Man. Yeah, he just lost his gun. That's okay. He's still holding on to the other one. Say, look at these two. They look awesome together. They look awesome. Yeah. Alright. So there's Walrus. Next up, take a look at Luke Skywalker from the Yavin ceremony where he gets his medal. That's pretty cool. Comes with his yellow jacket. I really like the picture they chose for the card. It's nice. Comes with a medal and a blaster. So let's open this up. I do plan on getting at least another set, possibly more sets. Because there's a couple army builders in here that I would love to have at least 4 of each, 4 of both. But we'll see. Time will tell. Maybe I can buy one of these box sets a month for the next 5 months and get my collection completed that way. Time will tell. Alright. So here is our Luke Skywalker. The face looks pretty good. It's not bad. It's very youthful. It's got those nice pleats down the arms. I always thought that was really cool. Except I don't... Oh, they don't go all the way down the arms. Not like... Yeah, not like on the card. Oh, I guess they do stop. Yeah, so I guess they do stop about halfway down. They stop just below the elbow. Never noticed that before. Huh. Well, you learn something new every day. Alright. Well, here we go. He just earned his medal. So there's the medal around his neck. And he does have a holster, but you can't put anything in it. It's got some cool stripes on his legs, on his pant legs, which are raised and do have some texture to them. It's got some nice boots. And we'll put his blaster in his... Yeah, we'll put it in his left hand. Why not? Alright, so there he is, holding his blaster. So that's Luke Skywalker. Alright. Next up is Han Solo. Imperial Stormtrooper outfit. So there he is on his card. He looks pretty darn good. Nice and white. Got a nice helmet there. Really like that helmet. Alright. Let's get him opened. Alright. Another mostly clean release from the card. I like that. I appreciate that. I like the artwork on this card. It's nice. We'll get Han Solo out. His blasters just fell out of his... Alright. Okay, so here is Han Solo in Imperial Stormtrooper outfit. This figure never existed in the original line, but it exists now. And I gotta say, it's pretty cool. It is pretty cool. The head sculpt looks pretty decent. Like it. And here's a look at his helmet. It's not too bad. We'll stick it on his head and see how that looks. Oh yeah. There we go. Alright, so now you can have just a normal, another Stormtrooper if you wanted to. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to tell this from a regular trooper, almost. Except for the bent arm. Because the regular troopers don't have bent arms. But, anyway, he comes with a regular Imperial issue blaster. So we'll pop that in his hand. Alright. And it fits pretty good. Hold it nice and tightly. Alright. And then he comes with this giant oversized gun, which I'm not sure if I ever saw him holding it, but we will put that in his hand thusly. I know that's probably not how it's supposed to be, but whoops, it just fell out. Well, alright. This helmet's going all wacky on us. Doing this off camera. Anyway. Alright, so here is Han Solo Stormtrooper with both of his blasters. So that's pretty neat. And next up, we have another trooper. We have a Sand Trooper. And this one is really, really cool. Again, one that was never produced in the original line. I know lots of people, including myself, have wanted this for a very long time. Comes with a gun, a long one. So we'll get this opened up. Now this is one of the ones that I would love to have at least, I would say at least 4 of to army build, because this is a good army builder. So we'll see what happens. I might decide to buy 4 sets of these. I don't know. Time will tell. And as always, money will tell also. Time and money. Alright. So here we go. Here's a look at the Sand Trooper. He's pretty neat. Really like him so far. He's got a cool backpack with lots of detail on it. Well, the arm goes up and down, and the pauldron is part of the sculpt of the arm, so it moves with the arm. That's pretty cool. And then we got this weird, I guess it's an ammo pouch, which has been sculpted onto the other arm, and the other arm is bent. Similar to the Han Solo figure, who also has a bent arm. So that's pretty neat. The head doesn't really turn a whole lot, but that's okay. They painted those, which is a nice touch. I honestly wish they would have done that for Han Solo, because Han Solo is not painted back there. So, not sure why they did one and not the other, but it's alright. Oh, and they also painted the dots on the Sand Trooper, the ear pieces, but not Han Solo. And they painted that piece too, but not on the Han Solo. Huh. Well, that's kind of weird. Anyway, Han Solo just lost his blaster. And then here's a look at the gun for the Sand Trooper. Boy, it's mighty big. It's got a lot of detail on it. I guess we'll put this in his bent arm. Hopefully it fits. Yep, it fits. So there we go. There is the Sand Trooper. Now, while I've got this book here from Kenner, I want to take a look at something real quick. I want to see if the original Luke Skywalker was missing details painted on his helmet. And that was from the Power of the Force line, the original one, from 1985. Okay, so here, well, here's the Luke Skywalker figure. And it looks like it is also missing some paint details on the helmet. So, I think they did a pretty accurate job of matching this one up to what was already made back in the day. So that's pretty neat. Alright, so we have 5 figures. One more to go. If I can get it out of the box without tipping anything over. It's stuck in there pretty good. So last but not least, we have the Rebel Fleet Trooper. And this is also another one that I would love to army build someday. I need like 4 or 5 of these guys loose. But I like the picture they used. The figure looks pretty cool. Let's get him open. Alright. Okay, so here is the Rebel Fleet Trooper. First time ever seen in vintage style. That's pretty cool. It's got some nice pouches on his pants. Some pouches on his vest. Looks like there's even a pouch on the back, I think. Not sure what that is. But it's pretty cool. A nice shiny belt buckle. Helmet looks pretty neat. This trooper must be bald because there's no hair painted back under here. I think there should be some hair there. Oh well, that's fine. And he's got some nice boots. And he comes with a blue gun. So that's pretty neat. His arms are kind of out a little too far. It should be more like that, I think. But that's okay. We'll see if we can get his blaster in his hand. See if he holds it. Yep. Yeah, there's our Rebel Fleet Trooper. He holds his blaster pretty well. He's got some nice paint detail on him. But yeah, he must be a bald trooper or something. Because there's no visible hair back there. Should be a little bit of hair. But, oh well. But there you go. That is all of our brand new for 2025 Star Wars figures for the Retro Collection based on the original Star Wars trilogy. Overall, I'm pretty satisfied. I really like this set a lot. I'm glad I got it, hoping to get more to Army build. And I'm real happy to have Walrus Man, because he's really neat. And remember, folks, okay, Walrus Man's an alien, and the alien lives matter. That's why we did him first, okay? So, because he's bright, and he's colorful, and he's just fun and awesome. And I'm sure his friend, Dr. Avazon, thinks so as well. So there we go. Walrus Man. Finally in the collection. And his head turns a little bit. There we go. Alright. Not sure which figure is my favorite, but I do like them all, and I'm happy to have them in the collection. So, anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this unboxing video of the latest Retro Collection box set. I hope you're able to find it. If you like it, pick it up. I highly recommend it. I think it's awesome. It's great for people who already have Walrus Man, because you can get a brand new one. Or for people like me who never had Walrus Man, and you can have him for the very first time. And then you get all of these other figures for the first time ever in the vintage Kenner style from the 70s. So, I hope you had a howling good time watching this video. And please do hit the like button if you enjoyed it. And share it with your friends and family and neighbors and enemies too. And I hope to see you again. And thanks for watching. Take care now.